A memorial garden at RAAF Base Wagga has been rededicated in honour of the 70th anniversary of the formation of Wagga's own No. 31 Squadron. Around 45 members past and present attended this morning's ceremony.
70 years to the day after the formation of No. 31 Squadron, former and current members gathered at RAAF Base Wagga to mark the anniversary. The rededication of the memorial to the 89 members who lost their lives during the 3 years of fighting in the Pacific in World War II, a significant moment. Their names read out during the ceremony.
W.R. McGuigan, H.I. McLennan.
We used to have 300 or 400 of our men come down to Wagga, and now we've only got 7 or 8 here today who were the original men that were in the squadron.
Well, it's very important and certainly brings back a lot of memories.
The squadron was formed at the Wagga base in 1942 and operated against Japanese land forces and shipping.
And the bow fighters in Wagga used to frighten the hell out of them because they were trained to fly at tree level, and that's what they did. That's what they did in Timor and everything else.
It's absolutely lovely to see them here. It's a reunion for them to come together and share all the stories, and we find out new things every time they meet.
The squadron returned to Australia and disbanded on July 6, 1946. Then on July 1, 2010, it reformed as No. 31 City of Wagga Wagga Squadron, providing military support to the base's training activities, which include visiting squadrons coming from Army, Navy and Air Force to undertake flying training.
The continuation of the legacy is actually what we're building 31 Squadron on. It has a fantastic history and pride and ethos.
The whole association is between two people, and that's perhaps we would call the old guard, and we're looking to the new guard to help us go along.
Madeline Oldacre, Win News.
Airmen return to mark 70 years since they began their training in Wagga. And these men celebrate 70 years since they first came to Wagga as Air Force recruits. They're Wagga's original flyboys. The founding members of the RAAF's 31 Squadron returned today, 70 years after they first arrived. One of the veteran airmen says he was lucky to have survived his first month in Wagga.
It was a historic morning at Wagga's RAAF base today. World War II airmen from all over the country returned to celebrate the No. 31 Squadron's 70th anniversary. 92-year-old Jack West is an original squadron member. He came to Wagga in 1942 to train and then fought in Darwin in 43. But Jack nearly didn't survive that long. He'd been here just a month when he went down with this plane near Cootamundra.
We'd just taken off. The engine cut out. We were lucky we had open paddock in front of us. We just went down the belly.
Believe it or not, Jack and his pilot mate weren't injured, just a bit shaken up. The RAAF will have a special dedication to that crash next month. Jack had his fair share of hardships during the war, but had a lot of good times as well.
A lot of great chaps, and very sad about some of those that didn't make it.
Of the 2,600 airmen who trained here, 80 were killed in battle.
They were fighters, and they went off and actually protected convoys and made sure that the enemy was held at bay. So from the air, they were actually gaining air superiority.
31 Squadron was the first to carry out rocket attacks. These fellas admit they made a big mess. That was their job.
When you look back on it, we really destroyed some but that's war.
The 31 Squadron first met and trained here at the Forest Hill base. Wagga plays a huge part in the Air Force's history.
There was a lot of activity during the World War II time where a lot of the airfields in this area, including Uranquinty, Forest Hill here and other places in the area, were actually World War II airfields. And a lot of the training happened here before they moved north to go and do the fight in the war.
Just 20 of 31 Squadron's original airmen are still alive, and only a handful could make it today. In Forest Hill, Hannah Maguire, Prime 7 News.